Hello, everyone and everything. I finally decided to upload a video after like a month of procrastinating. Anyways, today, in copying Mr. Jingles' fashion, I have a replay sent in by, well, someone else. So, this replay is of Montana, the Tier 10 American battleship that isn't the Vermont. And I do apologize, I am censoring the chat here because, well, I have my reasons. Anyways, yes, it's the Montana. So, I try to be as informative on these types of videos as best I can, but, I don't actually own the Montana yet. I'm at Iowa, but I never quite reached to the Montana. But what I do know is that as a Tier 10 battleship, the Montana is very consistent. I don't exactly remember the Sigma value off the top of my head, but, I guess it could be actually analogous to the Des Moines, like the battle cruiser to the cruiser. But, yeah, so the main advantages with this ship is, well, the AP kind of smacks though. And I'm just trying to figure out what to say at this beginning because, well, this game is a pretty slow start. And, well, this next shot will be evidence of that. Shells away, broadside Ohio. What do you think is going to happen? It's looking good so far. And of course. So the main disadvantage of these guns is they don't have as high of penetration as, say, like the Slava guns, which are at the same caliber. But that sort of isn't the point of these guns. The point is throw enough stuff in the air and hope some of it sticks. And in this case, some of it did stick. But I should probably get into why this replay was sent in the first place. Well, number one, I can't do all the replays myself. But number two, well, this game is kind of best described as a ping pong game. Another good salvo there. 50k in the first 3.5 minutes. That's pretty impressive, even by Tier 10 battleship standards. But, what was I talking about again? Oh, right, why I sent him this replay. So as I was saying, I actually forgot I was saying, but, moving on to the replay. So, when I was watching this replay for the first time, one thing that I noticed was the amount of very consistent and consecutive Citadel hits. And I think that mainly boils down to the Montana maybe having improved AP pen angles. I could be extremely wrong on this because, like I said, I don't actually have a ship. But, oh, okay. I remembered what I was saying. This game is what can be best described as a ping pong game. You'll often see both sides trading blows to each other in a very equal fashion. That is until, well, halfway through the game, in which case the enemy team starts absolutely dominating. And you'll probably see that happen soon enough. Also, I feel like I should stress this again, but I do not do these videos scripted. It's just more funnier this way, I think. I don't know, I'm not funny. Ooh, broadside Palmer? Should he take the shot? Well, of course, it's a broadside Palmer. Who wouldn't take the shot? And even when you can't Citadel the thing, you'll still do a lot of damage. Unfortunately, since this is a pre-recorded replay, I cannot actually have the total team health up, because like there's a mod for that, but if I had to guess, I would say that the Reds are currently winning on that front. And plus, one of the allied destroyers just died, and the Red team are about to get free caps. And this is sort of like the turning point of a game where things really start hitting the fan. But the focus really isn't the game. It's supposed to be on the ship because, you know, that's what I do. So 12 406mm guns. Iowa turrets, Iowa guns. One advantage with the American battleships is that they get that sweet accuracy mod. And I'm not sure if I haven't even introduced the person in this replay yet. Yeah, the person in this replay is Wargaming Please Buff Bliskovica. Touche. Anyways, so yeah. The American battleships get this really nice accuracy mod that can be placed on the 6th slot, but I'm not sure if Bliskovica over here actually took it. I didn't really look at the reload values of the Montana here, but I would think that he actually took the improved dispersion module, just because, well, we've been seeing some really accurate and consistent salvos. Just like that one there. If the FDG wasn't on that low of health, I would guess that would have been at least a 30k salvo. Now, here's the part where I don't really agree with how Bliskovica played. There is a very suspicious looking smokescreen off to his port side, and he saw one set of torps come, accelerate, and then get hit by 2 torps right here. I'm just saying that could have been avoided. And there's a DD kill, and Confederate, not even 9 minutes into the game. Again, if that destroyer didn't lose so much health, an easy 7,000 damage would have been chunked from overpens alone. So we just have a little bit of downtime here. And one disadvantage with the Montana is its somewhat mediocre turning characteristics. I mean, of course it isn't the worst of the tier, but it does not turn particularly fast. It just does not have that response on the rudder. So I'm guessing you'd probably often hit islands like Bliskovica did here, but in the end, I would actually reckon that this was a good thing for him, because it gives him enough time to pop not one, but two heals. And this would become very important later on, as if you see in the background, that Amalfi got absolutely annihilated. And the friendly team is down 5 ships, while the enemy team only downed 3 ships, and 2 of them was because of Bliskovica. It was at this moment I sort of realized that if this player wasn't in this battle, it would have been 100% a lose. Now, I actually really like what Bliskovica is doing here. As the battleship with, more health, he obviously needs to do whatever he can to protect the Salem from absolutely being obliterated. See, the thing with the Salem is, just like the Des Moines, it is a really good cruiser to have in play. So, just tanking yourself, shielding the Salem, it's a good way to ensure that little extra, granted not guaranteed survivability for, your radar cruiser. It's going to take 1 torp from Palmern. I presume that torp was from Palmern. I wasn't really paying attention. So, right now, if you look at the scores, because the enemy team had, 3 caps, they are leading ahead by a lot of points. And the friendly green team is down to a solid 5 players, with, Bliskovica picking up the slack. And now they're almost even on ships. Oh no. Almost broadside Baltimore. Yeah, I don't know what that Baltimore expected. But, oh well. Anyways, Bliskovica's here up on 4 kills. And he's desperately trying to get this kill on the Atago to secure the Kraken. Spoiler alert, he does secure the Kraken. But I never said which ship. Shots away. And of course. Despite the Montana being a battleship, well, one of the most consistent battleships, it is still, in the end, a battleship. Oh well, gotta leave the accurate 406mm guns to the Russians, am I right? Shots out on the Tulsa. Very accurate salvo there. 4 penetrations. Not sure how much damage that was, but it looked like a decent chunk. Now, if I wasn't really chasing a Kraken, I would be shooting at the Yamato right now, because obviously battleships deal a lot of damage to other battleships. But, hey, still gotta get that Kraken. And now, this is the point of the battle where, things really start going good for the green team, because obviously you have a Montana chunking 10k damage out of a Yamato. right? I'm pretty sure some of the shells landed through the infamous Yamato cheek, but no Citadel, so I'm not really sure. Ooh, low health Albemarle. I wonder what would happen. Will it get punished for being spotted with low? No. No, of course it won't. The important thing that this team has to do is to stall those caps. Because otherwise, the Reds would just win by points, straight up. And here's something I don't particularly agree with the Red team doing. Like, they are clearly not just quote-unquote surviving. And they've allowed it so that they've got two different sort of subdivisions of ships that can just cap any capture point, right? And I would draw my attention to the friendly Nevsky going straight for the C cap. People are screaming to him in chat, like obviously you can't see, but people are screaming to him in chat to just stay alive, don't push. But honestly, I'm kind of glad that the Nevsky did push, because that means he's actually going to stall the cap, and that prevents the Reds from getting any points. This is, well, this is important because just having one cap means the Reds effectively guaranteed the win, right? Because they're so high in points compared to the Greens that, oh no, broadside Ohio. Yeah. See, the thing is, the Ohio has the exact same hull as the Montana, which means it has the exact same vulnerabilities. But that also means that it can absolutely get smacked by the Montana. And unfortunately, the last salvo only did an overpen worth of damage. But it doesn't matter, because in the end, almost 250,000 damage. That's pretty good in my opinion. There goes the Albemarle. There goes absolute worst salvo known to man. And there goes the Ohio. That was a Montana.